is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
All right, we're entering Animal Kingdom. And this is where you end, right here. Hi.
Want to scan it for me, Frank?
Leave your finger there. There we go. Nice job. All right. Thank you. Into the Animal Kingdom we go. Let's go to Harambe, the African village, where many animals are seen, and the Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Throated macaws. They're one of the rarest species of macaws found in the wild today, with fewer than 300 of them located in the country of Bolivia, the only place where they're naturally found today. And I know that is a scary low number. That means there's not a lot of them left and their population is decreasing, but that doesn't mean it's all bad news. Because people like you and me have noticed that birds just like this, they need our help in the wild. So we've partnered with an organization called the World Parrot Trust, and they're working on breeding blue-throated macaws in hopes that their offspring can be released into the wild someday. Because it's pretty cool just to see 2 macaws, but we think it's even cooler to see a sky full of macaws that looks a little something like this. Protecting in wild places. All of these birds coming together, it is truly something beautiful. And I definitely want to mention that we have those blue-throated macaws, just like Emmett, who's coming down right now. Lilo and Kelly are right next to me. That's that rare species of macaw that I mentioned before, with only about less than 300 of them found in the wild today. That's why it's so special. We can share not only the blue-throated macaw, but we have lots of other different species, like right here in front of me. This is Willow, and she is a military macaw. We also have some scarlet macaws, like this bird up here with Keegan, and of course Nimbus. He's our only hyacinth macaw. But as quickly as all these birds came in, it does seem like they're ready to take on, so keep those phones and cameras up as they head off on their next adventure. And off they go. We want to thank you all so much for joining us here today on Wind Encounters.
Well, we were lucky enough to enter Animal Kingdom right when the macaw show was going on. So we were able to catch the macaws flying in. We're entering Africa. Welcome to Harambe, port of East Africa. And as we enter Harambe, the local villagers are performing for us. Just ahead, Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Guys, welcome on board. Hey, let's go. A couple of rules while we're out there. First and foremost, please remain seated at all times. Also keep your arms and hands inside the vehicle. A lot of thorny bushes out there. My name's Louis. I'll be your safari guide as we head out into the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. While we're out there, I'm going to ask, please do not call out, whistle, or try to attract the animals to the truck in any way. That's for their safety as well as ours. All right, so we're gonna hold here for a moment. Let's see what she does. Now, you're not gonna see this in documentaries, but giraffes love standing in front of trucks. The short horns on the head are called the ossicones. Let's see what she does. All right, it looks like we're gonna get an assist over here. Let's see if they can guide her over off of the path. Giraffes are the tallest animals. They top out at around 20 feet. These are Maasai giraffes. They have this irregular kind of jagged pattern on their coat. And let's see how this works out. Male coming over now. Closer. Over on the right side, that is a Hartman's zebra. They have a very dense stripe pattern across their head, neck, and back. No stripes on their bellies. And we have two giraffes on the path now. The other one's like, yeah, until I see the food, I'm not moving. All right, directly across on the right, those are Ankoli cattle. Check out the gigantic horns. Gray color out just a little bit further up are wildebeest. Termite mounds all around. When they wear it down like the one on the right, animals like the dogs will climb up, and it gives them a great view of the savannah. This little one right here on the right side, dark stripe, white belly, kind of looks like a little savannah s'more. It's called a springbok, and they get that name because when they're alarmed, they start jumping or springing. Makes sense. Smallest antelope on the reserve, about 3 feet tall. And again, Ankoli cattle, check out the horns. Their horns are made of a honeycomb material inside, and blood flows in there. They're like radiators that regulates their body temperature. They're also known as Watusi cattle, named after the tribe that domesticated. And they are still a symbol of wealth to some of the tribes. Here comes one of those giraffes that had us blocked in, and we're going to keep going before she gets in front of us again. Yeah, more wildebeest on either side. They can run well over 40 miles an hour. Now, during the wildebeest migration, some herds have been spotted, numbering in the tens of thousands. And more springbok up here. Springbok jump really far. It's called pronking. Very cool to watch. It looks like they have springs built into their feet. And they're also one of the fastest land animals. They can run up to about 60 miles an hour, so highway speeds, those little tiny legs. Lots of giraffes in the bushes back there. When they're standing around like that in a group, that is called a tower of giraffes. If the group is on the move, they would be called a journey of giraffes. Pretty self-explanatory. Elephants are the largest land animals. Full-grown males average around 12,000 pounds. They'll eat about 300 to 500 pounds of food a day. The elephant closer to us is mom, and the right behind is her daughter. The herds are made up of females and they're young. When the males reach maturity, they have to leave the herd because they get really aggressive and unpredictable. It's just not really safe for them to be around at that point. We're to cross another bridge. Can I go pole once again? As you can see, the bridge doesn't look right. It doesn't really feel that good either, but it does hold up just fine most of the time. And if you look to the right, you can get another look at those elephants. On the right side, there are tusk marks. Elephants will eat red clay, provides them with minerals missing in their diet, like a supplement for them. There's an elephant right to our left. Now, researchers here at Harambe Wildlife Reserve found that elephants are really afraid of bees, so they developed the beehive fences for use around farms. When the elephants bump the fence, the bees come out buzzing. That sound scares the elephants away, and we avoid a conflict between them and the farmers, and that's always a good thing. Most elephants are covered in dirt. They spray that on. It's like a natural sunscreen. And you're going to see them flap their ears. They have a lot of blood vessels in their ears. You kind of see them in there. When they flap them, the air circulating cools that blood down, and that cools down their body temperature. Elephants will live about 60 to 65 years on average. Childhood is about the same as ours, around 15 years. Ours is around 17 or 20, 25. Depends. The elephant just ahead on the left is mom. Right here next to us is her oldest daughter, and behind her is her youngest daughter. Group of flamingos is called the flamboyants. One of the questions we get, why are they standing on one leg? And nobody really knows that for sure. Some people think they're trying to conserve body heat. Some people think they're resting. Everyone agrees if they bring up that second leg, they are going to fall. Science. What's going on around them. And there are quite a few rhinos over here. There's a baby rhino right there. Look to the left, there's a male lion, female right in front of him. I think we might be able to get a really good picture here. We'll stop for a moment. So kind of, let's see if we can line them up here. There you go. Oh, he just lay down.
Oh, he laid down.
They are beautiful though.
He's like, I'm sorry.
If you've ever watched the live action Lion King movie, that guy right there was adult Simba in the movie. When they were making that movie, they came out here and took pictures of him, and that's what they used for modeling. So he's kind of a celebrity. He doesn't know that. All right, on the left, there's a warthog. They're the largest burrowing mammals in Africa. They use their tusks for digging and for defending themselves. And I think it's kind of cool that they kneel down to eat. All right, once again, lots and lots of rhinos in front of us. And again, we're going to go by nice and slowly, and we're going to try to hold that volume down as much as we can. Look at the little baby rhino over there on the back. Very cool. If you're wondering what separates the rhinos from us, we do have a lot of the tall grass right here. There's that stick right there. So this guy at the front, well, that's out on the path, he actually hit my truck a couple of years ago. He didn't do it on purpose. He was being chased by another rhino and ran into us by mistake. He didn't even realize that he hit us. We realized it a lot. These are white rhinos, by the way. They average about 5,500 pounds fully grown, and they can run up to 35 miles an hour. All right, ostriches on the left. They're the largest birds. She's doubting me. They are flightless, thank goodness for that. And they can run up to about 40 miles an hour. Nigerian dwarf goats. Aside from just kind of hanging out, looking adorable, they are really beneficial animals. They provide things like milk and cheese. They don't take up a lot of space. That's made them really popular. They've been exported all over the world. And they can be a lot of fun to watch sometimes. Alright, we are at the outskirts of Harambe village, and that does mean our safari is coming to an end. If you want to see more animals, you can walk down the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Here at Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye, so permanent. Instead, we say Kwaherini. Kwaherini means to go well, and I hope you go well and have a great rest of your day. Now, before you leave the truck, check your seats, check your rows, make sure you haven't dropped anything. It's very easy to do with all the bumping around. Right. On the right side, watch your arms, hands, legs, and feet. Doors are sliding open. Watch that step down.
Hi. All right. Real good. We're entering Gorilla Falls. Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail.
Come on. Dad, come on. Dad, come on.
That is like the smallest deer you'd ever see. Look at that guy. I swear he's maybe a foot and a half tall. Oh, he's gonna get a drink.
He's gotta be like my favorite animal.
Look at him. He's going in the water.
Oh my gosh, he's so small. The best of what we want. It's him.
Oh dear.
Me either. I've never seen him do that. I mean, I rarely ever.
Oh, that's the information down there,
Yeah.
huh?
Oh my god. Yeah, right? I want this with the petting zoo.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.